Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. If you are new, my name is Corey. I'm a physical therapist at UCSD. And then today I have Leslie with me. She's an occupational therapist with us. And today we'll be exercising. I think so for today, we're probably going to alternate between sitting and standing. So if you are doing all of your exercises in sitting, then obviously follow whichever one of us is also in the sitting position for that period of time. And then we'll probably switch on and off just to give ourselves some variation as well. But if you do have any sort of balance issues, having a good sturdy chair nearby or kind of exercising next to a wall can be helpful with that. Or if you have caregivers that you might need for your balance, that can be helpful as well. If you are trying to push yourself to be in a standing position to challenge your balance a little bit more. Otherwise, for today's class, we don't need any other equipment, just again, yourselves and a chair will be it. So I'm going to start in the sitting position. Leslie is going to start in the standing, and we're just going to start with a little bit of a warm up. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is I want you to reach up nice and big to the sky, really trying to stretch out and elongate your spine and those shoulders. And then we're going to come back down. We're going to do 10 of those reaches overhead. So this is 2, 3, and as you're reaching up, see if you can reach higher with each repetition. 4, and try to keep your shoulders out of your ears. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Very good. All right, next we're going to work on just reaching out nice and big. So you can kind of reach out and back, and we'll do 1, and then just come back to your lap. Out, 2. And as we're starting to get warmed up here, really focus on that posture. 3, keeping your head up, your chest up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Great. Next, we're going to reach up over our head. So we're going to reach across. 1, 2. This one you can kind of get your trunk moving too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. And now we're going to finish with some rotation. So let's start with those arms out nice and big. And we're just going to rotate across. We'll open and rotate. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Okay. Next, we're going to work on some weight shifting. So for this one, I want you to have your feet nice and wide apart. That's going to give you a good base. And we're just going to work on kind of rocking, and you can see I'm stepping into that same side. We'll come back to the middle and go the other way, okay? So we're gonna try to do this, let's do 20 of them. So here we go. We're gonna rock and reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see both Leslie and I are kind of bringing our heel up off of the ground as we're reaching. That allows us to reach further. So if you feel like you can push yourself to reach further and shift your weight, please do. Few more. Good, last one. Okay. Next, you're gonna have one foot kind of in front of the other, whether you're sitting or you're standing, and then you're gonna work on kind of reaching forward with that same side as the foot that you have forward. And same idea as you're trying to reach and shift. Oh, let me get us equal. Okay, so you're gonna reach and shift into that front foot, okay? 2, let's do 15 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and then you're gonna switch your feet. And then you're gonna switch that arm that you're reaching with. But same idea, we'll stick with 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Very good. So hopefully you're all warmed up now. The next section we're going to do is some multi-directional stepping. So this is going to work on our coordination a little bit and your balance in all of these directions, okay? So the first thing we're going to start with is just stepping to our right side. I'm just getting my timer ready. Okay, hold on. Okay, so for this one, we're going to do 30 seconds of work. So we're going to first start with just stepping to the right and stepping back for a full 30 seconds, okay? And then we'll transition to the next one. Okay, here we go. So we're just going to step to the right and back. If you feel like this is too challenging for your balance with the arm, just move your leg. So you can hold on to your chair with your opposite hand and just work on that stepping. Make sure it's nice and big. Don't let that step get small as you're progressing through the 30 seconds. Okay, Now we're gonna switch and you're gonna step to the left and coming back to the middle, okay? 30 seconds, here we go. And again, make sure it's a big step. And you can kind of step in, shift your weight. You're squishing a bug on the floor. Halfway through. Okay, so the next one is gonna be forward. So you're just gonna step forward and back. Forward and back, okay? Okay, here we go. Step forward and back. Good. And again, if it's too challenging for your balance, just focus on the leg. And again, make sure those are big steps. Don't let them get small. Okay, the next one is going to be backwards. So you're going to step back, okay? We'll alternate between our two legs again on this one. Okay, here we go. So step back, step back. Make sure you're getting that weight shifting into your back leg as you're doing that. Think about like opening a door. You want that foot coming back, being somewhat flat if you're standing. Okay, we'll take a slight rest and now we're gonna try to move on the diagonal, okay? So we're gonna stick with just the right side again, stepping out on that 45-degree angle. All right, here we go. And same thing, try to get that foot flat onto the floor as you're stepping to get your weight shifted like you're gonna step forward. Okay, we'll take a quick break and then we're gonna do the same thing with that left forward diagonal on our opposite side. Okay, here we go. Maybe aim for a target on the floor so you know you're stepping that same spot every time. Halfway through. Okay, take a little rest. Now we're gonna do backwards on the diagonal. So we'll start with our right and you're gonna be stepping back at that 45-degree angle, okay? Here we go. Step back on that diagonal. And can add a reach or can just focus on that step. Okay, and then we're gonna finish up stepping backwards to the left. Okay, here we go. Back and left. Halfway through. All right, great. So hopefully we're now all nice and warmed up in terms of all of our directions, our movements. So then the next thing that we're going to do is some aerobics. So for this next block of exercises, I want you to try to move as quickly as you can, that you can move safely, because we're trying to get your heart rate up, okay? So I really want you to push yourselves. We're going to do 45 seconds of work on this one. We'll get 15 seconds of rest in between, and we're only going through one round. So I want you to try to give it your all in all of those 45 seconds. There's only 5 exercises today for our aerobic, okay? Okay, so we're going to start, and we're going to start with just walking or big marching and swinging those arms. We'll try to go opposite. And as you start slow, once you get the hang of it, try to move a little bit faster. See if we can get your heart rate up.
Halfway there.
Keep on going. We're halfway through, so maybe speed it up if you can.
Ten seconds.
Keep on going. We're almost done. All right. Take a little rest break. Again, hopefully you can feel your heart rate's going up a little bit breathless. Next one, we're going to take quick side steps, okay? So step and step. And again, the idea is you move a little bit faster than you normally would.
Halfway there.
Halfway through, so maybe go a little bit faster, like you're dancing.
10 seconds.
10 more seconds. Okay, take a rest. Next, we're going to move on to reaching. So you're going to reach high and you're going to reach low. And we're going to alternate between those two movements for our 45-second block. Okay, reach high and low.
Halfway there.
Halfway through.
Ten seconds.
10 more to go. All right, take a rest. Next one, we're going to do a side step, and then you're going to punch the opposite way. Okay? And again, try to make it fast.
Halfway there.
Halfway through.
10 seconds.
Almost done. Keep going. All right, catch your breath. The last one we're going to do are some marches, trying to get either your elbow to touch or getting that cross-body movement, okay? If you're standing, it's a little bit harder. Okay. This is our last round, so really push yourself.
Right there.
Halfway through.
Ten seconds.
10 seconds to go. All right. Rest. Okay, we'll catch our breaths. That was our aerobic block quickly. So now we're going to work a little bit more on balance, agility, weight shifting, and some different tasks. But we'll catch our breaths for another minute. Okay. And so for our next activity, we're going to work on stepping to targets. So we're going to imagine there's a clock surrounding us, okay? So you'll have, 12 up front and middle. You'll have 1, 2, 3s directly out to the side. 4, 5, 6 is behind you, and 6 is directly behind you, right? Then we have 7, 8, 9 to that back left, 9 directly out to your left, and then 10, 11, and then again back to 12. So we are going to practice stepping in order first. So we'll do a practice round where you're trying to get to all of those numbers. From there, I'm going to call out random numbers. So then that way we can work on our balance a little bit more, okay? But your job is just to find those numbers, come back to the center, and then get ready to step out to the next number. So for this, if you are standing and you need a chair for your balance or to be positioned closer to the wall, please do so. I'll give you a second to move if you need before we do our clock stepping. If that is, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, let's just practice this first. Okay. Ooh. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start with 1. Sorry. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we're going random. 2, 5, 7, 12, 6, 11, 3, 9, 10, 4, 8, 1, 8, 7, 9, 10, 11, 4, 1, 2, 12, 5, 6, 3, 2, 6, 1, 4. Very good. So take a little mental note of how you think you did with that. If that was very challenging, or if it was harder just to figure out the direction to step in, or harder to keep that same step distance every time, because that's what you would want to focus on as you move forward or with any other exercises that you're doing at home. Okay, the next one we're going to do is going to be a little game. So we're going to have a color assigned to certain stepping directions that you can either use to kind of make the combination of things. So I'm going to call out 2 colors, and then I'm going to call out 1 color. Let's focus on 1 foot to start for stepping, okay? So we'll start with our right side. So if I say red, you're going to step out to the right side. If I say blue, you're going to cross over to the left, come back. If I say green, you're going to step forward. And if I say yellow, you're going to step back. Okay, so we're going to slow this down. I am using an app to help me stay mostly on speed because that's the hardest part. Okay, so we'll go over the colors again just to remind you. So we're moving our right foot only. Red is going to be right. Blue is going to be left. Green is forward. And yellow is backwards. So we're adding an extra layer of thinking, trying to remember each of those things. Okay, we'll try it for a minute and see how it goes.
Green.
Okay, so green.
Blue.
Blue.
Red.
Red.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Blue.
Blue.
Red.
Red.
Green.
Green.
Yellow.
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 Blue.
Blue.
Green.
Green.
Red.
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 Blue.
Blue.
Green.
Green. All right, that one's tricky, even for us. Okay, so now we're gonna switch. We'll do the same thing on the left side. So the left side is gonna be moving, but the color directions are the same. So red is still going to be right. Blue is still going to be left. Green is still forward. And yellow is backwards. So again, red, right, blue, left, green, forward, yellow, backward. Okay, we just changed which leg is moving. All right, let's try this one on this side. Here we go.
Green.
Green.
Blue.
Blue.
Red.
Red.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Green.
Green.
Blue.
Blue.
Red.
Red.
yellow,
yellow,
red,
red, oh,
yellow,
yellow,
blue,
blue,
green,
green,
yellow,
yellow,
blue,
blue,
green.
green. All right. That was fun. That's a new one for Leslie and I too. So if you guys had trouble, again, so did we. But that's a good way that we can, again, challenge our brains, challenge our bodies, challenge our balance all at the same time. Make us think a little bit. It's good for all of us. Okay. Next one. Let me get our new timer set so we can keep ourselves on time. Okay. You guys can take a brief rest break. All right. So this is going to be a combination of a lot of the things that we've kind of already worked on. So the combination of movements, stepping, weight shifting, all of those things, but we're going to combine them. So for now, we're going to do a minute with our first pattern, and you're going to be stepping out and reaching with the opposite arm. Okay, so we're going to go back and forth like that for a whole minute. So you got to keep on task. All right, so again, you're going to be stepping, reaching opposite, okay? So step and reach. And see if you can just keep this pattern moving. Okay, and if that's easy, let's take it a step further. And while you're stepping, I want you naming things that are red. So for instance, you would say apples, strawberries, red bell peppers, chilies, so on. See if you can keep up with that for the next 18 seconds.
Three, two, one.
All right, take a rest break. Think about how you did. Was it that much harder when we added naming things that are red into the mix? The answer is probably yes. So next, we're going to move to our next pattern. So now we're going to step forward, and then when you're stepping forward, you're going to bring both of your hands up at the same time. We're going to alternate as well between those feet. So stepping forward, right? But then in between there, I also want you stepping backwards. So let's go step forward, step forward, step backwards, step backwards. And you can see our hands are mimicking the same thing. So again, forward, forward, backward, backward. Okay? So we're going to start that for our next pattern for a minute. And then I'll give you a category once we get warmed up in the pattern. Okay, here we go. So step and reach. Step and reach. Now backwards, backwards. Forward, forward, backward, backward. Good. Okay, let's name things that are blue. So,
Halfway there.
blueberries, the sky, the ocean, those little dory fish that I don't know the names of. So keep naming blue things while you're stepping.
2, 1.
All right, good. Take a rest. Again, check in with yourself, see how you did. Did you keep naming off things that were blue, or did you stop moving? Did you keep moving and stop naming things? See where you kind of broke down in that pattern. Okay, last one. You're gonna step out to the side and you're gonna clap, and we're gonna come back and clap your thighs. So step out, clap, together, thighs. Okay? Okay, and then as we get going, I'll come up with something to tease your brain a little bit while we're stepping. All right, here we go. We're gonna step, clap. Okay, now I want you to think of things that are associated with summer for our last challenge. So ice cream, the beach, 4th of July, hot dogs, so on.
Three, 2, 1. Workout complete.
Okay. All right. So we finally finished with all of our brain teasers. So good work. That was tough today. Again, between the combination of movement plus with the dual tasking. So again, a great way to challenge everything. Okay, we're going to finish with a functional cool down. So we're going to do some movements, but we're going to try to focus on the quality of those movements, making them nice and big, not necessarily super fast, okay? So the first one is just a sit to stand. So I want you to really think about shifting your weight, leaning or reaching forward if that's helpful, coming all the way up and then slowly sitting down with that opposite reach. Okay, that's 1. Let's do 10. So come forward, up, nice and slow. 2. If you have to use your hands on the chair, keep them back, still lean forward and come up. 3. And really try to make your legs do the work. 5. 6. Good. Keep those feet apart. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Very good. Okay. We'll let you catch your breath. Next one. We're going to just do big reaches alternating. So coming all the way back and forward, okay? We'll say that's 1, 2, 3. Good upright posture. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. Next, I want you to bring those arms out to the side, almost like a W. You can kind of bring them tucked in because we're going to move in and out of this position. So you're going to come up, good big stretch, come down, kind of squeeze those sides. Let's do 10 of those. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Last thing, let's have you kick one foot out in front of you, and we're going to kind of reach down towards those toes and then scoop up. Okay? Let's do 10 of these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. And then we'll switch sides. 10 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Last thing we'll do, I just want you to come up, sit up nice and tall, bring those shoulders back, head up, chest up. I just want you to reach out to the side and up, take a nice deep breath in. And exhale as you come down. Good, let's do 2 more of those. Big deep breath in. Reach up, exhale as you come down. And last one, big deep breath in. Reach up tall and exhale down. Okay, well, thank you for joining us today and exercising with us. Hopefully you guys learned something new, challenged yourselves, and we will see you next time.